Hi, welcome to The Perspective with V. My name is Haswa, and we're here for another episode. And today we'll be talking about something that affects, I would say, half of the population across the world. And just in case you've been here before, and for those who engaged with my previous episode, thank you so much. If you are a new audience, welcome to The Perspective. Here we just talk about random perspectives and opinions about life, not necessarily facts. And today I'm joined by the two handsome men who are also my friends, and talking about menstrual cycle and health. I'm going to be having a very amazing topic with them. I want to know what they know, what they do not know, and I hope it's going to be an amazing conversation. So welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much.
Thank you.
Give you a chance to actually introduce yourself before we head on.
Yeah, but have you ever seen that this lady Anita Nani, Philomena Kank? She does interviews and throws people under the bus. Honestly, I was like, V is calling me to a podcast. I'm like, could possibly be like politics or football. I love when she just swaps it and it's about menstrual cycle. Way to throw me under the bus, man.
Come on.
No, I spoke to her a while back, and podcast she did about football, just her and her friend.
Thank you. You'd expect the
and
same
every
thing,
guy
right?
was like,
Yeah, so you guys were expecting me to do another episode about football.
Yeah, man.
So then you can talk to me. Okay, I only Cucurella and Benjamin. But anyway, let's forget about that.
Yeah.
He's playing for England. I want you to introduce yourself.
Bellingham.
You know why? Yeah. Let's forget about them for now. So
Right,
please tell us your names, what you do, or just something that you feel that you identify with.
All right. Okay. So I'm Alara Joel, but I prefer to go by Alara, although Manga to Limi Kidogo, but yeah. I'm a talent consultant,
Wow.
and I'm really glad to be here. I've been looking forward to this, so thank you. I mean, you've been talking about it for the past forever.
Yeah.
I don't know what's been going on with the dates, but yeah, I'm glad we're finally here doing this.
I'm glad you're here too.
Thank you.
Mtu wangu bana. Kizungu imebadilika behind the
Nakwambia,
scenes
bro.
now.
Nakwambia kuna kizungu ya kazi.
Tell me who you are. Umesikia?
Well. So I am Lawi Minai. Langu. A lot of you guys will probably see me with a jersey written Langu. Yes.
So it's actually your name.
Yeah, it's my name.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a
Mambo
mama.
yangu.
Mama amesema claiming property.
Nah.
Come on, really.
Yeah. I'm a communication specialist.
Ooh.
And, I enjoy just talking, and pretty much here to do what you asked me to do. So we'll talk. What I know and what I don't know, probably what I don't know can fill a book.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. And I think you guys know what I do, right?
Yeah, we would like to know.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
an
know what
artist.
you do.
You do not know what I do? I'm a creator.
Yeah.
Or a creative, you can call it whatever. But anyway, let's head into it. I know it's kind of a bit of a different conversation from what you're used to. You want us to discuss Arsenal and Manchester United. I'm not here for that. I want to
Lakini,
know.
Muliachanga kujiita content creators.
No, I'm not a content creator. I'm a
It's wide.
creative.
It's wide. Content creator. Najua ukisema content creator.
Oh,
Kidogo. It's
hizo ni ring light.
Yeah, no, not
Kidogo
even
za
ring
kuongeza
light.
ring light
When you
ni
say
nini?
content creator, basically watu wengi wanaieka, it's like TikTok or just YouTube.
Right.
I'm a creative because, honestly, professionally, I'm a filmmaker
Right.
and creator. Yeah. So there's something I've gone
Nice.
to school, I've studied. So I'm a creative, basically. I can create something into real ideas or rather visual ideas, Anyway, so I'm going to start with an icebreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna do something like Never Have I Ever. I know you know that, but in a different form.
Bruh.
So
I
the
know,
first
yeah,
Is it
question.
too
It's
late?
about time,
Is it too late to change to like politics or Iran? I can
please.
talk about it.
Please. So the first question I'm gonna ask is, never have I ever Googled something about periods.
Okay, if I have, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have, meaning you have, or
Yeah. So I just
Never.
say I have.
yeah.
Well, I have.
You have.
Definitely.
I'm curious to know what you Google.
Yeah. Well, I grew up with two sisters, so of course. Okay, I think let me say my earliest experience
Yeah.
with the menstrual cycle in like an up close perspective was one time I was in campus, I think. First time I had an actual girlfriend. Wachana tule tu mchezo tulikuwa tunacheza back in high school. So I had this girl, right? And she had gone out. We were in first year, so pretty young, like 18. Yeah. So this is very much the very first experience I'm having in this sector. So she calls me. She had gone out. She had on these white jeans. So she calls me. I go like, manze niko kwa. She was at a restaurant. She had gone out to eat. She calls me, manze niko hapa kwa hiyo hoteli, and my periods came in early. I didn't expect them, and nimestay ngo. I don't know what to do. I'm locked in the. Nimejifungia kwa bathroom. Panic mode, jamani.
You're a gentleman.
No, I wasn't even about being gentle. Me, I thought like, manze atahitaji kwenda hosi. Is she in pain? Nini?
Wow.
So I googled what's the best.
That's the best remedy, isn't it?
No. What should I do? You're not googling.
So
What do I do in this
so
situation?
basically you googled how do I go about this situation
Yeah.
where my girl is having periods at a restaurant,
Exactly.
and
What
you're
do I
thinking
do?
even how going to the hospital.
What
Oh
am
my
I
goodness!
gonna
Wow,
do?
that's
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow. So what do I do about the situation? That
Exactly.
is
What do I
worse.
do about the situation?
Panic.
I was in full panic mode. Lakini nikajita mkutana. I called my
Decompose.
yeah.
You called your sister.
No, I called a friend of mine. She was pretty close. Akaniambia, mazifanya hivi na hivi. So basically what I did, I went nikaingia kwa mango za mtumba, nikanunua dress, I got
Wow.
pads. I didn't even know.
We'll get there. Hold that thought. Please hold that. But I'm glad you actually did that.
Oh no, it was crazy. Man. It took me like 3 hours. But nilikuwa namuuliza
3
unavanga
hours,
size.
wow.
I thought they came in sizes like kuna.
Yeah, they do, but we'll get to that.
What I meant was very different. From
No.
the actual size.
No, please shut up. What was the last thing you googled?
Last.
Or rather, anything that you ever googled?
Yeah.
Or have you not?
You know, me and the rest of you behind that camera very much understand that we have all Googled that one question, unajua. That one question, like, how long do they last?
How long
Because-
do periods last?
Yeah, mazee.
For
Sasa
for
hiyo.
specific
For specific
reasons.
reasons.
Specific
Oh my
reasons.
goodness, men are very interesting. But that's good.
Well, sasa unajua, you're a young man, nini.
I know.
Weekendi ndio hii, alafu,
Yo, manze,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Wow.
unaanzaje
That's
Friday,
interesting.
yo?
know. I know,
That's
I know,
interesting.
I know.
Anyway, let me head
It's
on
not
to
wrong
this.
for me to say that.
No. Let me head on to this. The second question. I think it comes back to what you just said.
Yeah.
Never have I ever been sent pads or rather sanitary towels and got the wrong ones.
Mi naweza mjibia.
Kila mtu anajijibu, so you can start actually.
Mi yangu tu ni I have.
Ulileta wrong.
Mi hata kuna time nilikuanga na stock kwa nyumba sababu nashinda nikikosea.
So no, so beforehand.
So sisi hadi na buy beforehand.
Yeah.
Nina buy like nikitumwa.
Yeah.
Kuna sijui nitangua mallpad ama sijui nitangua.
Mallpad.
Mallpad.
Yeah.
Sasa mimi nimetumwa, mimi nikaenda hapo hivyo naangalia hizi sizes nika like yo hizi ni nini.
Yeah.
So I'm on the phone, you know, ako kwa nyumba because of course
Yeah.
hazitoka.
Hazitoka.
And you know, mimi niko hapo hivyo kwa supermarket ilibidi tu nimechukua 3 different
Zote.
sizes.
Kwanza zinaonga different colors. Kuna
Na
ya
bado-
green, ya
Na
pink.
bado nilikosea mazee.
Oh my goodness.
Ulichukua
You have to
zote.
be the worst.
Nilichukua 3 na bado nilikosea.
Nilikosea.
Yeah.
Like yeah, she was kind enough like the following day kunipea a tampon anionyesha hii ndio size natumianga.
Wow.
I think mama Fu alipata hiyo tampon.
Damn.
Kwa
That's awesome.
trouser.
Have you
Makes sense.
done the same mistake?
Okay, so me as that my first experience,
experience.
was with that. So I made calls. Be nilimpigia like okay. So me I thought when it comes to sizes, it's I don't know how PG we are, but I'll be PG.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Let's go on.
I thought it was the sizes was according to the size of
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, I get it.
So what size are you?
Oh my goodness.
That's the call I made. Me, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was 18, so cut me some slack. But yeah, I figured it's according to the heaviness of the flow, something
Yeah.
like that. And I did the math. She's just 18. It can't be that bad. So it's medium,
Yeah.
which was still wrong, by the way.
Oh, it was still wrong.
Apparently, the first day it's usually very heavy. Nando ifike hadi mesingo,
Yeah.
it was wrong. So
Yeah.
yeah. To answer your question, I have been sent and I've gotten the wrong size.
So it's something we would say it's a common thing among
It's
among
definitely
women, among men.
100%,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, but
especially the fact that, like, kuna that change from, ile anatumia akianza
Yeah.
to panty liner.
yeah. That's right.
So,
I was
Maze-
actually thinking you got panty liners at first because there's a very much difference between a panty liner and sanitary towels.
Yeah.
hapo kwa panty liner already nilikonga na my ideas, like,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I
my
see that.
experience.
It's-
hiyo ilikuwa like experience. Hiyo singechukua sasa.
Right.
Nilikuwa tu ninachukua tu like random samples
Randomly.
because
Yeah.
mimi sijui.
But I'm glad we're having this conversation because basically I'm here and of course you're asking yourselves why am I not having this conversation with ladies? It's because I want to know what are periods from a man's perspective. So actually this topic we're going to call it periods in his eyes. That's what I'm going to do. What do you know about periods? What are the misconceptions, when it comes to what you know and what you don't know? What you genuinely, not because you're arrogant, but because you're just like, okay, how do I even know that? Honestly, again, yeah. So I'm glad we're having this conversation. Pretty much, it's awesome. Actually, it's interesting how you guys are bringing out the whole idea of, I got them wrong, but I tried to even get everything in the supermarket, but I still got it wrong.
Yeah.
So very much important. Now, I want us to go down to periods and menstrual cycle. Of course, I think you know the difference. Do you? The difference between menstrual cycle and periods.
Okay. Here's what I think.
Yeah.
A period is actually the 4 to 5 days when you're having
When you're bleeding,
your
basically.
menses, right?
Yeah.
The menstrual cycle is the full rotation. Is it 28 days? The full 28-day rotation.
Ooh.
That's your cycle, is it not?
I
mean,
love.
that's my thought process.
Yeah, and I love how you mentioned 28 days. We'll come back to that. Do you think it's the same or do you have a different analogy of it?
It's the same.
It's the same?
that app you guys have.
Yeah.
The whole month is
Yeah.
the
He's
menstrual
such
cycle.
a good guy. Huh?
Yeah, he is a gen. I mean,
akipitia simu ya mamas badala ya kupitia chats anapitia
Calendar.
calendar.
Yeah.
so
So,
we have calendars.
so we know when to go out and when to stay.
Yeah.
unajaribu kubook dates.
Yeah.
Okay, stay ahead
Set
of
your dates
program.
right, bro. Those things are scaringly accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man.
But then,
Crazy.
okay, we'll come to that. However, I would say you have the right definition of it because when it comes to the menstrual cycle, it's basically the whole month.
Yeah.
We have different phases throughout the month as women. That is when utapata kuna time flani niko zile za, oh my goodness, baby, you know what, you look so hot. At that times, I'm like, you know what, don't talk to me. And then there are days when, I just want to be, I'm emotional about everything. You tell me something, I'm sensitive about it. We'll talk about that. However, yes, periods are just, let me say, a year has different seasons. We have winter, we have summer. Not in Kenya though. Si tuko na baridi na mvua. Kasi hizi nasikia baridi imeanza. Hadi
Kuna
August.
baridi
Soka una
bila
mtu na
mvua.
duve. Yeah, but so basically it's just like one season,
Right.
of the
Yeah.
month. We have different phases and periods is just one of it. And it could be 1 up to 5 days as you mentioned. I would say the standard days are like 3, 4. 3, 4 maximum.
Right.
Those are not the specific days. There are people who go up to 6, others, but I haven't heard of 2, honestly.
2
Mid
days.
zangu ziko
Money.
standard.
Yeah.
I would say 3.
Yeah.
By day 4,
Yeah,
I'm
3 is
very
the
much
standard,
okay.
right?
Yeah, so we have different phases as we mentioned, right?
Yeah.
And I want to believe, I'm not really sure, we have Daktari behind the camera.
Yeah.
And what I know is the first phase is basically the period. That is the first 5 days. Let's just say hypothetically. And you know what periods are. You know why it's happening. And to me, with the little knowledge I know is periods are not. It's not like dirty blood. These are just. I want to believe they're just fluids, a mixture of fluids, because your body was expecting pregnancy or fertilization, and that didn't happen. So now you're shedding off. The uterine. Sijui hizo vitu by the way.
uterine wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's literally just shedding off the blood yenye haijakuwa, the egg
Yeah.
that has not been fertilized,
Right.
right? Yeah, so let's talk about these phases throughout the month. I believe periods napata more attention about women because at that time is when maybe your girl is experiencing severe cramping or they're behaving some sort of a way, so you tend to be like very keen, as in ni kitu tajua, ni kitu
Yeah.
iko obvious.
Yeah.
Some of them go through, tuseme aje, a very hard time with
Right.
it. So to you guys, or rather according to you guys, do you ever notice other phases throughout the month when it comes to a woman body, the changes, and everything to do with the menstrual cycle?
So, personally, I feel like men are more physical, right?
Yeah.
And menstrual, your period, your like the menstrual period. This is actually physical because you actually feel physical pain, and there's actually physical reactions that
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
that are happening. So that's why I feel like that's given more attention rather.
That pimple that pops up
Exactly,
here.
Oh.
exactly. It's actually
Specific to
something
place.
physical that's
Nikishaiona
happening,
najua
right?
bas.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's all these other phases. Kuna zinakuwa na majina. Kuna ovulation, kuna luteal.
Yeah. And then
There's,
we have
Guy,
another one.
Read into
Yeah.
this, eh?
No.
No,
Yeah.
it's there are three phases. Kuna phase, as you said, tunakunga different throughout the month, right?
Yeah.
Kuna
Exactly.
hiyo yenye you know very well around periods. I guess it's almost about us,
Exactly.
There are times when after the periods we are so much energetic. That is our next phase. When you're so
Yeah.
much energetic, you can do just about anything.
Mm.
And then around ovulation, that is when I would say the sex drive is super high.
Yeah.
Because at that moment is when you can make babies easily.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the phases that
You guys,
we
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
know.
If we had like a calendar to know when you're on this phase, but because you see all these other phases, they're just about emotions and feelings.
Yeah.
The period is actually what has physical reactions. Sasa tukiweza jua tu ati hii wiki ni ovulation.
If
Alafu hii ni
I
ya-
knew this week is just for
Man.
me to buy you snacks,
Yeah.
and then next week is for us to go out because it's
Yeah.
when you're jovial,
Uh-huh.
and then the other week is for us to make babies,
Yeah.
and then
Alafu
the
kuna-
other week is for me to let you shed because I didn't put babies.
There's,
would be nice.
There's
Be
one
nice.
where they
Put
just
babies. That's diabolical.
this period where you don't want anyone near you, don't want anyone touching you. Inaitwa nini? Hiyo ndo luteal. Where you're so
have the-
feisty, umejam
Yeah.
tu kila kitu nakukasirisha.
I think
What's that phase?
And
where we have to
usually,
walk
it's their friends who make them the most mad.
Yeah, man.
what do you mean friends?
Walk around eggshells. Walk on eggshells around you.
We
'cause you're
have
like,
this one. I think it's follicular
Yeah.
phase.
Is that the one where you're
Mhm.
feisty?
Let me see. Usually days 1 to 13, the brain signals the ovaries.
Mm-hmm.
So feel more energetic.
Right.
You have improved mood. Feel more motivated. I
Right.
think that should be phase 2.
Yeah.
After you're done with your periods, the next phase is when you can do about anything.
Right.
And then ovulation, you're super just,
Yeah.
literally you are high on your feelings and emotions, not in a bad way, but
in a good way.
you want to see
I'm
your man
talking
close to you, you want to do
talking
this.
compliments to
And
you.
it's crazy because why is it that our sex drive is high at a time when this is the time we could get pregnant easily?
Well, I believe it's the body telling you that
Yeah.
now is the right time to
Yeah.
To make a baby.
to make a baby.
It's just animal instinct. Really inakwambia tu
Yeah.
ni sahihi. You have a window.
Like the
Yeah.
same way, like cats, dogs,
Yeah.
pheromones.
Yeah.
They're now.
Yeah, when
this-
they're in heat.
yeah, when they're in heat, so now they can actually smell the pheromones in the air and know
Yeah.
who's ready to mate. So
Yeah.
I think the same way for you, instead of just giving off a scent, your body is telling you, that guy
You
looks
be
nice. Right? That guy looks nice.
And now the problem is
That's when you notice our haircuts.
Yeah, I know. And you're like, actually, the little things. We are always seeing how men have like very nice eyelashes.
Sasa unaanza kunotice
Unaona kwa
eyelashes.
kitu kidogo.
Bana, tumeshinda na wewe
Ai,
siku yote.
manze,
Then after you're
niambia,
done.
oh, sijui nini.
You should avoid those days, by the way, unless you're ready to be a parent. I think you should be very
Feisty.
much careful because the next day after 1 month, we'll be talking about a whole different story.
Mashallah.
Lawi Junior, Joel.
A lot of junior.
So the next one, phase 4, is actually after ovulation. We've talked much about ovulation. That one you guys can actually notice. So when it
Yeah,
comes to
yeah,
ovulation,
that's easy
what I know
to
is I
do.
haven't really experienced it, but I'm going to talk from what my friends have told me. Some of them can actually feel, I would say mild pain during ovulation. They can feel which ovary is actually shedding the egg I've never experienced that. Yeah. So at that moment, it's
crazy,
my
yeah.
Women are strong, man. Women are strong, man.
yeah. A lot of
And
things
you
are
do
happening.
this every single month, man.
Imagine, and you guys just
expect it to be
overlook
normal.
it.
Unajua me and Alara have like, I think like 3 or 4 moods. And we are
Uh-huh.
happy, hungry,
Wow.
and hata ni tatu.
Ni tatu.
Hata ni tatu.
Yeah,
And
ni
it's
tatu.
the
We are
same.
happy, hungry, and
Iko pale,
and we are
trying to
ovulating.
take- But hiyo ni constant. Ovulating is constant for a man. Ni kila siku.
Yeah. So I think the initial phase, that is when, after the ovulation has been done, right? That is now a whole different story afterwards, That
Right.
is when now you see the PMS, the PMS, right?
Yeah.
Those are the symptoms before the periods. Some people experience cramping. I don't experience cramping, by the way. I'm one of the lucky girls.
Wow.
Yeah, even actually, let me give you a very
Yeah, we
funny
go with
story.
jackpot,
I remember
yeah.
the first time I ever felt like I'm cramping. I was in, I think, third year.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time I was actually experiencing, my body was so different. I was experiencing some sort of cravings and whatnot. And then I remember telling my friend, I feel some type of weird, I can feel my back pain, I have some back pain, and then the lower abdomen. I could feel some sort of, there's a feeling I cannot really explain. It's not a sharp pain, but it's very uncomfortable. And then she was like, are you in your periods? I'm like, yeah, why? She's like, it's normal. I'm like, no, I've not experienced this since I was 13. What do you mean? Why are you telling me?
You
like,
didn't know
yeah,
it.
it's normal. And at the moment, that is when at the same time I'm craving, it's actually raining outside and I'm craving like Fanta orange, baridi. And I would take in a lot of sugars. And I feel like personally, most of these, I think maybe I was just learning my body. And at this moment, I'm like 22 years, 23. This is when I'm realizing, oh, I do have cravings. This is when I'm actually keen and I'm like, oh, I think I'm different from other girls, but I also experience low-key mood swings. Like nasikia tu hapana. Like, yes, I won't, maybe intentionally we do this to the people we love or our partners, but with other people you won't realize it, but you're triggered by the little things. Sasa hapo ndo sasa hizo PMS is not coming, now all of a sudden unasikia msichana wako tu anakasirika tu, that is when you get the would you love me if I was a snail? Oh, would you though?
Oh my God.
You want more assurity, you want someone to be super close to you, but at the same time you don't know how you feel. Some
And you
say,
don't want them close as well.
yeah, some of them say, actually, I don't want anything sexual. I don't want even my man to try and get super close to me in a sexual way. But at the same time, others, okay, it's different for different people, by the way. You should know that. It's different for different people. Yeah. So with that, after that, I guess now we go back to the first phase, which is now you're going through the periods and, your girl is going through the whole process. Have you experienced someone going through severe cramping? How did you take it? How did you handle it? From a man's perspective, it could have been your sister, but not super close. But if you did have a woman close to you was going through this, usiniambie uko napenda emotional support. What were you doing?
No, me actually, for me it was crazy. It was Shori who introduced me to like this whole
Yeah.
topic, and it wasn't like just a normal introduction because she, like, I knew her for a long time, and I didn't see any signs of the whole menstrual cycle or anything. Then one day she's in hospital.
Wow.
Or rather, ilianza too simple. Tuko pamoja, and then she's like, I need to leave. Niko like, nini inaendelea? Ako like, zile tu shida za madem. And I'm like, cool, sawa. And she left, and then kidogo ako hosi. So I'm like, what's going on here? So it took me a while before I realized, because me nilikuwa najua like you get these things and 3 days later yes
You're
do
better.
These things.
kama
hizi
tumefix
vitu.
puncture.
I mean, it's
Wow.
something
That's-
normal. It's
that's
something
what I
common,
thought.
Yeah,
right?
it's normal though.
Yeah, and that's how I understood it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I came to realize it's not just these things, because for some ladies it's a very serious situation at the time, because like for this lady, she had irregular cycles,
Right.
so she would at times go up to 6 months.
Without?
Yes.
Without.
And then without, and then out of nowhere, she
comes
can
in.
be cramping for nearly a month.
Bruh.
Now you
Wow.
see, That's women are strong, bro.
Bruh.
I know.
Like if you're doing, like, she had to get what do you guys get to just regulate hormonal
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 implants?
pills,
balance,
yeah.
So she had to get those.
Mhm.
Eventually, they would help for some time until the body got used to them, and then back to
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. So
Right.
yeah, I was scared. Yeah.
That was bad.
I was scared.
Man, I would be scared. I'm a woman, but honestly, you take me to the gutters.
Like
Can't
it was
lie.
fun, when
When it's not there.
they are not
there's
there.
6 months.
but then
Oh, the 6 month, bruh.
sometimes it was 6, sometimes 3 months.
Yeah.
6 was like
Ulikuwa unajibamba tu.
yeah.
Ah.
And weirdly enough, I've literally had some women say that, when like you get the flow, you're like, why does it have to be 5 days? Si kuja tu nigonge siku moja heavy mzuri alafu iishe hivyo. And then something like that actually happens. You have 6 months without it, and then it hits you that hard, and you're like, really inakuja kidogo kidogo.
I know. Well, like for her, that was one of the toughest times.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
But it's not normal, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
not
Yeah,
something
and,
you're not
and
supposed to
in that
assume.
situation,
Yeah.
like in the same way I'm dumbfounded now is like the same way I'd still be
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
shocked
Um,
if
Because
you
you wouldn't
just
know.
yeah.
You wouldn't know what to do about it.
And you see, for such a person, again, pregnancy and stuff is
I know
Right.
it's actually tough.
Yeah.
Actually, I was actually talking to my friend. It's crazy when you're having a girl talk, and we are like, "Do you know missing periods and knowing that you messed up, and the chances of you being pregnant? It's easy for you to rule out what's going on with your body, but
Yeah.
missing periods, knowing that you've not engaged in sex, there's nothing wrong with your body, and then you're not having periods." That just sparks up some, you're just like, what
Right.
could be the problem,
yeah.
And as you mentioned, most of the time when someone has irregular periods, there could be some underlying issues. It could be something with endometriosis. It could be ovarian cysts or something. There's a lot of things that go on with the woman body,
Right.
which I'm scared until now also. I also want to know better. I want to understand my body better, because I've never missed my period. Ever since I began my period, I think I was like 13, 14. And I've never missed my period. Okay,
Hey,
come
but
on.
I'm
I know why
scared.
you're clapping.
Hey.
Inakubo, especially when you know you're not messing up. Uko like sasa shwali tena hii ni mwezi imeanza tena have to deal with this. But the moment you are doing some business outside, you're like, God, thank you.
Pole, stay rudi tena.
Endometriosis. I think I've talked about that. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah. I think I've heard of it, but just on not like up close. Maybe
Yeah.
just on social media. Because personally, I thought all women are just different. Kila mtu anakuanga na
Yeah.
na different intensity, different levels of intensity. Some people have really heavy flow.
Yeah.
Some people have just very mild cramping. From mild to excessive cramping that they can't even walk.
And then there's her.
Yeah, and then you feel nothing. I mean, where I work, I've worked at a place where, there's a lot of women
Yeah.
in the workplace, right? And you find that someone is unable to even work. So you are like, why are you like this? And then everyone else is, kujifanya.
Kujifanya, yeah,
Kila
I
mtu
get
hapa
that.
ako, they're all women here. I mean, you don't.
I know.
And then you do some digging. You're like,
Huh.
kumbe there's more to it.
There's more to it.
And then I learned about endometriosis. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So it could be more than just a normal cycle. It could
Yeah.
be like a condition.
You're right. Different women experience it differently.
Right.
However, it doesn't have to be extreme. Like the cramping, it doesn't have to be extreme to a
Right.
point where you cannot control it. It
Yeah.
has to be
Yeah.
something, but something you can feel, because it's a natural process, but something that you can manage.
Right.
So by any chance you have someone experiencing that, maybe something, they're vomiting, they're going through a very, let's say, very high fever,
Right.
they can't eat, they're experiencing diarrhea, I guess that's
Yeah,
something that you
yeah.
need to advise them to actually see a doctor. I would say it's different when you are not engaging in sex, and then your body is different also when you are actively engaging in sex, and then your body is different after you give birth. Changes come with it,
Right.
Yo.
Some people don't even. I mean,
Man, it's like seasons in the body. It's like you have winter, you have summer. Like there's a lot going on.
I know there's a lot going on, and at
They
times
even have seasons between seasons.
My God.
yeah. So I feel
Women
like
are strong.
you should.
That's
help
all I
us.
can say.
You are strong, right? You agree with us? Yeah. Like so, there's a lot going on. But what I would say is, from time to time, I guess being around a woman or having sisters, it's something that you can always have like from time to time.
Right.
And also I feel like sisi wote tunaongana phobia honestly. Unaweza kama venye kwa hivi saizi wanasema oh Nairobi HIV AIDS imepanda and everything. Normally you can go and pima, but now that wanasema iko alarming, if you're messing around you're like siwezi enda.
Me akwambia, like for guys, it's one thing to get that text, yeah.
I'm late.
Hey baby, I'm late. Hiyo ni, you know, sahi ni kama hata mtu amerehearse script yake before.
Unafunga tu na kwa pili.
Yeah,
Sitafikiria ati endometriosis ama
Yeah, of course.
hormonal
And-
imbalance.
Yeah, and so when we get to know things like you know, the cysts,
Yeah, exactly.
endometriosis.
Yeah.
Me recently I came to know of mi naita PCOS, but
Yeah.
inaitwa
I thought it was
PCOS.
See, PCOS. I mean, the
Picos.
PCOS.
Okay, let's go with Picos.
Like, you know, ikiandikwa mi naona tu PCOS, you know. And my friend couldn't unfortunately go to work for nearly a week.
Damn.
She had to visit hospital. Like right now in my space, if a lady steps up to me and tells me, hey Larry, today is difficult for me because of 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
and I'm like, is that time? Usually I just, first of all I'll be silent, and then I'll just be like, how can I help? Like, what do
Wow.
you need?
Yeah.
I like the
'Cause
approach.
to be honest, y'all are different.
Yeah.
You know, you just go through your relationships,
Yeah.
and you're like, one of them likes
Yeah.
chocolates,
Mhm.
don't do chocolates.
Yeah.
This one likes flowers.
This
you
one
know.
likes ugali over
Yeah,
here.
this one likes ugali. This one likes the smell of my rag.
And I'm glad we've gotten to the point
Yeah.
where it's a very comfortable conversation to have. You know, kitambo it was like, dem akienda akaambia mwanaume like you're in your periods. It's like something you, like, even saying that
Yeah.
you're in your
Yeah.
periods. It used to be you're in
Cringe,
that
you know,
that
it's-
time of the month. You like you're walking around it. Right now it's something we can face, we can talk about.
I
I
know.
can go to the shop and buy pads.
I know.
Na nazibeba tu hivi.
Unazibeba.
Mbona ficha nikaa
I love guys that
And
I
the
think what
fact
I'm
that-
enjoying the most is the fact that you guys are even sending over care packages.
I love
You know,
Yeah.
ako like sizi mhandle na hizo mood swings zake, but najua nikipeleka box kako na
Exactly.
panty liners and pads and some chocolates, she'll be like, he's
Yeah.
an intentional man.
And actually, like a list of the ultimate care package.
Oh wow, I like that.
Ultimate care package. Did you know there are like 5 things in the list. Number 1, obviously, you want flowers because you want to ease your way in. Beba maua, chukua advice ndio mbona. Kwa hii care package ukuwe na flowers. Most
Andika notes.
importantly, kuwe na pads hapo ndani. Number 3, you want sweet stuff.
Yeah.
You want something
Yeah.
sweet. Bring like candy, chocolate,
Wow.
something like that. Number 4, you want to bring painkillers. Well, although some people don't use painkillers.
Yeah.
And number 5, nimesahau.
But at least umeshika hizo
Eh, hizo ni 4, mimi ni chef, nitaimprovise, nitapikia chakula.
lakini guys sasa hata najua ni mademu wenu nawaambia hivyo, but hata mimi niko hapa,
Hizo
you guys
hizo.
can still send me care packages just as a friend, you know.
Just as a friend, will you
Shut up.
Just as a friend.
Just
you know.
as a friend. Let me take you back to where we talk about the period length, right?
Right.
You mentioned about 28 days. I want to believe that is the standard length. However, are you aware that different women have different length for their cycle?
jamani.
That's news to me.
I thought this tunaongea mambo ya science, jamani. Science is definite. Is it not?
And
Is
math.
it?
Because I mean the menstrual cycle method was 28 days
Yeah.
standard, CRT.
Ni
You know
standard,
what?
as you
Yeah,
mentioned, standard.
It's 28 days.
But it's not capped at 28.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it could be, I would say, from what I know, between 21 days to 35 days. So the length...
35 days.
Yeah, past
Jesus.
35 majani kidogo hapo inaanza kukua story ingine. But 21, they have people who have short cycles.
Right.
We have those ones who have long cycles. And then there are the God's favorites like me, we have standard at 28 to 30 days.
Kabla
You're good.
uendelee, let me ask you a question. Mtu ako na long cycle, let's say 40 days.
Yeah.
Does this also mean that see easy cycles zinakuanga na different phases?
Yeah.
Kuna luteal, kuna ovulation. Does this mean utakuwa na ovulate siku 10 pia?
No.
Do
Oh
you
my
get
goodness.
kinky for
Let me
10
tell you.
days?
You know.
Can I tell you the funny part? And this is something I also came to understand later on.
Yeah.
Ovulation only takes 24 hours.
What?
It
So-
only takes like then you need to run from
So I
the
have a window.
ovary.
Yeah,
No, 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 no,
Ah,
no. This is
yo.
where the risk comes in. Have you heard of safe days? You're men. I want to
Ye-
believe you have.
I've heard of
Have
safe
you-
days.
have you
I've
heard of
never
safe days?
experienced safe days.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're
if-
never safe.
Hawajai niambia.
No, so you see, you can't calculate that unless your periods are regular. Like for me, trust me, I am sure of my safe days. Like I'm sure if I'm gonna play these from this day to this day, I'm very much sure I'm not gonna get pregnant. Why? Because the difference for my ovulation tukisema inafaa ichukue for the 14th day of the 28 days, okay? Let's
Yeah.
use the standard length. At the 14th day you're supposed to ovulate, but if 14 days, I'm at day 14, you pay a length of like 2 days plus or 2 days minus. So your ovulation could come earlier or it could come
Later.
later,
Right.
you know, past the 14th day. However, remember at the same time, the reason why you can't risk the window is because do you know how long the sperm stays in a woman's fallopian tube before fertilization takes place?
Why you don't want me to answer that?
No, like what do you know? Because I will tell you from the research I've done, I'm not really sure about it, but what I know is it could be up to 3 days. So basically, if I'm not
Things are
ovulating...
stubborn, yeah?
Sorry?
Bruh.
Those things are stubborn.
Utatu unafanya nini?
Utatu was it?
Utatu ni
So
nini?
can siku tatu, you can imagine, because I want to believe also the sperm has like a lifespan kitu ka hiyo. So basically, if I'm ovulating tomorrow or the next day,
Yeah.
and I have sex today, and I didn't use protection,
Yeah.
if your sperms can last up to 3 days, chances of me getting pregnant are higher. Not like imefanyika leo, but within those 2 days, if those things are still active in my body, time yenye ovum yangu inatoka the egg zinapatana, and then I get pregnant.
So really,
Wow, that's crazy. You know, like okay, forgive me, but you
It's
know,
okay.
we say
Yeah.
PG, you know,
Yeah.
but you know the pie cream thing.
yeah.
Does
It's-
it not? You know, just-
essentially what
Does
you're
it-
saying
does it?
is safe days are not really safe.
No,
That's what
they
you're saying.
could,
How could they?
however...
3 days is an overstretch, man.
Let me tell you one thing. You know, this guy said we are just logical beings.
Yeah,
Guys,
you
guys
are.
just work on
Yeah.
logic.
Mhm.
If you tell me, I'll take this car, it has safety bags,
Yeah,
and when you hit a wall,
Mhm.
safety bags are supposed to deploy.
yeah, that's right.
Then I'll do it, and they're supposed to deploy.
Yeah.
But don't tell me safety bags may or may
May.
not deploy.
Yeah.
Then those are not safety bags; those
Yeah.
are just
Right.
bags.
But have you also considered, at least yours iko specific? My body will fluctuate with the hormones for whichever reason.
Yeah.
Utapata periods zangu zimeswitch because I traveled from Nairobi to Kisumu because of the environment. I didn't cause it. Or nimekuwa nakula foods, my diet has changed. All of a sudden my periods are late with 5 days or 10 days.
I'll need to teach
Wait,
my
wait, wait,
brother that
hold
there are
on.
no safe days.
Hold on a
Yeah,
minute.
so
Food can influence
your diet can because
Bruh.
ni hormones
Okay,
at the end of the day.
what foods
Eh,
lengthen the
no, I'm not a
because-
doctor. I do not know.
So like different foods, just
Yeah.
Yeah, even food, like
For
anything that can
different
affect
people.
your hormones, you know, it's very much easy for for your periods to switch. Na period ka ita switch, haimaanishi ovulation ita switch. Pia ovulation ita switch. You know, it's gonna change. So you have to be very, very careful on, you know, on what you're doing at what time. But at the same time, as I mentioned, mimi niko sure periods zangu takuja at a specific day. If I'm gonna risk something in between at a specific day, I am sure, but I'm not exactly sure at the end of the day. Because I might get pregnant still. So, na ni 24 hours by the way. Hiyo makosa kufanyika ni 24 hours. It doesn't take a whole month for the... Mi kitambo nakuwa nafikirianga, ovary inaanza
Yes.
kujijenga, inaanza kutoka polepole.
yatembea.
See, it's 24 hours and the mistake is done. And
Mashallah.
guess what?
So you
After
just need to know-
ovulation,
yeah.
like for the girls who experience ovulation na wanajua wana ovulate because they feel it and everything, if they're sure imeshafanyika, which you can never be sure, even if you have sex afterwards, you're not going to get pregnant because ovulation takes place in the...
Bro,
Amjui ovulation
Don't
take
you?
place wapi? Hi.
See in the fallopian tube.
Exactly. So kama ishatoka imefika kwa womb hapo time manda ndio maana wanasema period sex could be safe. Okay, I'm not saying you should. I'm not advocating for that. All I'm saying is this also a myth that if you're on a period you can't get pregnant. However, you could get pregnant, especially if you're on a short cycle. You get why? Kwa sababu cycle yako bala 28 and 21. So by the time umeshafika step ingine, the next phase is overlapping.
Mashallah.
So use
My
protection,
G.
guys.
No,
I
sick
think
days
it's
are
easier.
myth,
I think
basically.
it's easier to just learn rocket science.
Not shocking.
Because this is just so it is like this, but then again, it's
It
also
could
not like
be
this.
not
It
like
could
this.
also be like
It's because I wish
no
I
standard.
wish my body was standard in a way that I
Yeah.
can tell you, oh, by the way, mi nakanga hivi na mi nakanga hivi. But my body is just fluctuating for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Or,
And if
okay,
I
for so
smell
many
roses
reasons.
today, my,
Yeah.
my cycle will change tomorrow. If I
Yeah.
get tulips, it will change again.
I know. I mean, it's different with
not
all
different.
with all women. Everyone experiences
Exactly.
it differently. But then again, this one woman also
Experience it in
experiences
many
it
different ways.
Differently. Yeah.
depending
Oh my
on what
word.
time it is.
Now, speaking of that, another thing, I don't know if you guys know that sometimes periods have different bloods, okay? At the beginning of your periods, the blood is a different color. Najua ya mjui, because mkishaleta pads ni hivo. You know? Because
No. That's kind of your fault because you would never let me.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
you're
You
not
guys
supposed to check.
wrap it up tighter than
Manze,
an inane.
yeah, manze, you never even let me close to you when you're changing.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But I think people should because okay, also if you understand transide, so ukisonga karibu na mimi hata ujui kuna different types of
Exactly, I mean-
color and everything.
Yeah.
Because when you're starting your period, the color might be different. When you're ending your period, the color will be different. Your side, Yamusho, you talked about panty liners. That is when you use panty liners. The color of the blood, it's okay. Let's say sporting. It's different from ukikwa katikati. The same at the same time when you're starting your periods, it's kind of lighter. Day 2, day 3, na kukua, inakuwa more, not necessarily heavy, but inaenda kwa more and everything. So when you're going to the supermarket na umeona kuna medium, kuna thin, kuna long.
Yeah.
Okay, don't. Lawi, what is
I mean,
what is your
You live
your
and you learn.
perception? Unafikiria, why is it that we have different sizes? What comes in your mind?
Well, usually, or rather, what I thought was, and what I know now, or rather, what I think I know,
Yeah.
is there is, those heavy pads, like things are literally like cushions, and therefore heavy flow.
Oh,
And
wow.
actually, I thought that I thought that different ladies would stick to one type of pad. For a minute,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
So kama unatumia mall pad ama soft care ni hivyo hadi mwisho. Ama thin.
Okay, unajua vile watoto ukimvalisha pampers tofauti ako na rashes and shit.
Oh yeah.
For a moment I thought that, and again I thought if you use like medium, you'd stick to medium always. But then now I came to realize later on that when the flow is lighter, then we
Yeah,
move to a
that's
different
right.
kind of pad.
yeah, but
Oh,
you know
yeah.
that's actually a thing because some women have effects when they use a different pad.
Different pads.
than-
So
than
now
one
that
they
comes
use.
down to
Yeah.
branding.
That one they're used to like using.
How many pads types do you know?
Phew,
No, like
in
brands.
in brands.
Yeah.
Mi najua
That will
always
tell me
na
how many
najua
people you've been with.
ni Protex. Inaitwa pro something.
Protects ni soap.
Hapana, kuna pro something,
It's
guys.
Cortex.
Cortex,
Cortex.
yes.
Yeah.
You sure kuna yenye inaanza na P?
Kuna Cortex. Okay, what do you know? You've asked him the
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Check, you see, we do like one. Umesema cortex.
Yeah,
Mimi
nimesema
najua
cortex.
Senegal.
Sunny
Bruh,
girl.
ushanitoaje.
Hey, wow. Unajua Sunny girl.
Ushanitoaje.
We have a lot of brands. We have Always, we have Molped. Sasa kuna hizi zingine, but mostly I know Molped, I know Always, I know Soft Care. At least those are the brands I've
Watu
used
wamesahau
so far.
always. Be
It's
happy
in December
always.
Let's
But
happy-
okay,
I know,
one thing I'm really grateful about women
Yeah,
is anytime I go to buy pads.
yeah.
You can.
Msione ni kama this is something I like nafanyanga
It's okay.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
It's not a
okay.
daily routine.
manze si ati niko na fetish ya kununua pads. I when I'm sent to go get pads.
Fetish.
Women are so helpful.
Yeah.
Like mdema akikuona tu
Kwa
kwa
hiyo
aisle ya
section,
pads
eh.
na unakaa umechanganyikiwa without you even asking, they'll just walk up to you and is everything okay?
Yeah.
You need help?
Wow.
And then I start explaining my situation, and it's so helpful. I'm so
Yeah.
grateful to women for that because
Yeah.
I've had to buy pads more than once.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I don't know
Mungu
why
anaendea
it's awesome.
nikiendea
Si ni
mandazi.
kama tu unipige useme babe nataka fries. It's exactly the same
Exactly.
thing.
That
What do
is
you
how
mean?
it's supposed to be normal.
It's normal. What's
You know,
weird about buying
I know you're
pads?
going to struggle in the supermarket and uangalia counter kutoka huko hadi huko, lakini eventually utaniletea something.
It
And that's
Nitakupigia simu niulize unavanga size gani? Because okay, me in the you ask a question here about sizes. Me, I initially I thought sizes was about
No,
Yeah,
stop.
the length of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the length of it.
Of the valley
mm,
and the depth of
one way to put it. But yeah, so that's what I thought the size was about until I learned after so many uncomfortable conversations
Yeah,
later
I like that.
it's about the
The
amount of
conversations
flow.
did get more comfortable
Exactly.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
They do
yeah,
get
yes,
more
they do
comfortable.
start uncomfortable. But right now,
You're
I'm
like,
so
girl,
glad
I'm
that-
gonna give you all this information.
Unataka nini?
Unataka
Utazibai
nini?
zote nikija nazo. Utazibai zote
I
nikija
like
nazo.
that. I mean, yeah.
There's
as-
no shame
There's no
around it.
shame. And as you guys have mentioned, it's just about different girls experience different periods in terms of even the bleeding.
Right.
Yeah.
Mine is super medium. I wouldn't say, okay, I don't know about someone maybe who's having it way lighter than I am, but I've had people who are having like heavy bleeding.
Right.
So we have the thick ones, you have the medium ones, you have the thin, we have the long ones, because also the body
Sorry.
physique, it's different.
Cut you short there. Did you say
Please.
thick?
Yeah, like
Okay.
some
Oh,
Is
it's literally
thick.
just cloth.
is-
So umesema heavy. Umeona venye umeniambia ati your
Yeah.
pad heavy. See, it's thick.
Have you shay on a liver?
Liver.
Yeah. Oh
Like
yeah,
when
yeah.
it's-
Right.
That's
Those are the
that dark
clots.
colour.
Those are the clots,
No.
right?
Oh, you mean the blood, not the.
Yeah, they
Aha.
Oh,
Sure.
she's talking about pants.
So
right?
I mean, the blood, it's different for different people. Alafu at some point the colors are different. I'm not gonna go into it, but pia colors na ziko so different. But there are some colors that you're supposed to be very careful with it. Like kama the blood is almost pink, not pink, literal pink, but it's red inaingia huku. Kuna
Oh,
zingine
it's
zenye.
too light.
Yeah.
It's so heavy. See, nikupe break ya miezi tisa.
Yeah, look.
But then
Oh my
again, it's
goodness.
And a
No.
half down.
Don't do
but then
that.
again, it's not a break because kubeba mtoi.
Kubeba
Yeah.
mtoi.
It's probably worse than being pregnant because you've seen women pregnant. I don't know, nasemanga saa zingine mwanzo, if I was your man, ningekubebea hii ball, nikuchukue break. But then
Imagine, and it's
again,
a beautiful journey though.
it is,
But-
but the things they go through, bruv.
And leave
Yeah.
alone that, think about now what after mtu like I may give birth.
Yeah.
Now the struggle afterwards trying to
yeah.
una try kupona. I
That's
think
a
that's
whole
even
different story.
yeah.
That's a whole different
So,
story.
I feel
Yeah,
like
and how your bodies just balloon or
yeah.
decide to.
Umefura miguu.
man, ni God,
Yo.
mazee.
Wow.
Ni God.
So, thank you, God, for making me a man.
No, but I love being a woman as well. I mean, I enjoy a lot of things being a woman.
Yeah.
I think it's getting comfortable within yourself. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm a man and I've accepted that I'm a man and I enjoy these privileges that come with a man. I also love that, being a woman. Then I just want to be a girl. Of course, I just love being a girl. And knowing that hata saizi, if anything happens here, imagine niko na wanaume wanne hapa. I have Gitau, the director. I have Dante, also the director. And they're out here. And I know you guys are here. Mtu akinileta hapa ujinga niko zile za. I won't even talk.
Yeah. And a man's
Sinye
instinct,
mko hapa.
the first instinct, protect the women.
I know, so I feel safe.
Protect and provide.
Yeah,
Imagine
protect
kuja
the
kupigwa hapa, mimi ndio ngoja tu malize nikupeleke usijua hakuna kitu naweza fanya. But wewe utakubali mtu anipige.
hata kama sikujui. Hata kama
Actually,
sikujui,
by
it's-
the way,
it's just
utaiona.
instinctive.
You
Sasa
see it on
nitafanya
the street
aje?
every day.
Yeah.
Dem akiguswa,
Yeah. Manze,
wanaume wako like, we mwache. Lakini
Yeah.
wanaume wakipigana, wache wajuane.
Tunajuane.
dema
Lakini no.
dema kikupiga bare, watu wataanza kukucheka.
Exactly.
And then
Wow.
try doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's instinctive.
Equality.
It's instinctive in men to protect women. Ndio maana mimi sielewangi hawa wanaume usema twende 50-50 or
Let's not go there.
yeah, that's a
Tutaleta.
whole different story. It's a
Yeah.
whole different story.
So I want to give you a chance to tell me one thing that yenye ulikuwa unajua and then saizi unaona it was just a misconception or a myth or something that you knew about periods but it's different now, not specifically from this conversation, but ulikuwa unajanga venye umesema oh you knew this and now you know it's different. Just one thing randomly.
We just help you there. This one is just from this conversation where
Yeah.
you say you can get pregnant on your periods.
Kuna makosa
That
inafanyika
one has me
mahali.
wrapped up, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so simple.
Yeah.
We have women who have short cycles and they overlap. The faces overlap. It's as simple as that.
Bro, she's thrown in another one, overlapping.
Manze.
It was either safe or not safe, now
Mbona
it's overlapping.
zinaoverlap?
Like the only reason why it can't be safe is because they overlap. Nimekwambia aje, me my periods are, or rather my cycle is regular. So I can't be sure of my safe days, but at least I can predict
They are
my safe
regular
days.
now that you're in this environment.
No, they're always regular. Ever since I've never had at any point they experience missing my periods. Yes, zime switch hiyo kusanyika na watu wengine kwa mahali and then inasonga, but itakuja after you 28 or 30 days. it has never gone below 27 days, not above 30 days. Na
Blessed are the
nikisema I'm going
regular.
to have periods on the 11th, I'm going to have periods on the 11th. Yeah. So me kidogo
You guys are the ones whose apps are actually very accurate, eh?
yeah, and by the apps, tell your women by the if you have women sisters, they can use some apps are very nice.
So they are
Personally,
selling-
not
they're selling
to
your data, ama?
not for branding, but
Yeah,
I use
probably.
Grace Health. I actually got it randomly on Instagram via ad, and I got onto it. Actually,
Does it actually work?
Yeah, it does work. Actually, I love it because when you are on your periods, inakwambia, the moment unaanza, it's like you have a chat bot over there. When you key in that I began my period today, inakuuliza how is the flow, what is the color of your flow, are you experiencing anything, una notice kuna kitu yenye si normal or it's normal, watakwambia your predicted ovulation day ni hii siku. That day will send you a notification kukuuliza how is your discharge, because around ovulation you also have a discharge. Kuna discharge zenye ni maybe you're sick, but kuna discharge zenye healthy.
Right.
How is your
Wow,
discharge?
wow.
You know.
Right. Wow.
And they'll ask you, I will key in when I go to the washroom, when nitajua, oh, is my discharge the same or it's different from the normal day, nita
Right.
key in.
Also, you
wananiambia
regulate.
this is
It's
okay.
like your personal
Exactly.
doctor, eh?
So ukieka hapo useme
IMD.
maybe the color is like this, anakwambia maybe this one is healthy or not. Period pia inakwambia, so for my periods, this is what period yangu, what is the blood, inakupeanga hadi colors if you are not aware. Inakupea colors kama ni red, kama ni maroon red, okay, not maroon red, kudanganya, but hizo colors. And then when you key in, watakwambia this is the possibility of this color. If it's something wanna feel they cannot tell you because it's a chatbot, of course wanna try to kwambia from the research, they will tell you to go and see a specialist. So it's really, really a good app. I've heard of Flow, but personally I've been using Grace Health, and it has been awesome.
Let me ask you a question. Is
Yeah,
it
please.
weird for me
Yeah.
to have
The app.
the app on my phone so I can track my woman's cycle?
I feel like it's healthy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it
I'm
is
not being a
healthy.
creep.
Nah, I feel like you knowing, you wouldn't have to even judge me.
Borderline being a
I mean,
creep.
it's borderline being a
But
creep.
you know,
but
it's okay if it's your lady.
if it's your lady, it's fine.
Yeah.
But then this thing I saw a boss was having the app for different women within the workplace.
No.
So and this was his reasoning. I think
Huh.
you want to know how to like handle.
How to handle
But,
every.
and that was so sexist. It is so
Yeah.
sexist.
Plus, I feel like
But-
you being my
I-
partner,
I-
it's okay for you to have that information. Some people
Yeah.
want their things private.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
I'm not
exactly.
saying just because it's normal, it doesn't have to be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why is my no?
So I can have it for.
Yeah, you as my partner,
Alright,
come
umesema
on.
nini, Tony?
Yangu inaitwa
Grace.
Grace Health.
Myself.
Kuna Flow, kuna mingi by the way. Just go ahead
Flo
and
is
check.
the one that had that.
Yeah, everybody knows
scandal
that.
on
Kuna alarm
Ulisikia scandal?
inaweza nionyesha.
Yeah.
Ina mislead watu.
Flo had a scandal about selling data.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So welcome to Grace Health.
Dress health. Why are you advocating for dress health so much? You have
Imagine,
shares.
because this is one app yenye nimekwambia, nobody even told me about it. Nilipata kama ad Instagram, nikamwacha
Right.
nijaribu.
Right.
And the fact that it goes beyond just tracking your days, when is your safe days, higher chances of you getting pregnant,
Right.
low chances of you getting, by the way, they tell you all that. Low chances of you getting pregnant. So unananga ka graph kanapanda hivi, kana kuonyesha hii uko safe, hapa hivi umeanda kuko si safe but ni safe kidogo. But that is for people who have regular periods.
I'm so
That's
downloading
the place
that.
where
That's
we
the
don't
one,
want
That is
man.
why
yeah, but no, you need to download
Safe
that.
but not
Yeah,
safe.
no.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I want to ask you something. I want to get your, as we finish up, just to get your point of view about it. So the Nairobi County pioneered a menstrual leave in Kenya, granting female government employees 2 paid days off per month. That is when they're undergoing their periods, maybe on the second or the third day. So the policy officially operates on no questions asked. So when I come and tell you as my boss, Shaky, me, I'm on my periods or this and this, you don't have to ask me how intense, how blah, blah, blah. Just let me go home for 2 days and you pay me for those days. What do you think about it?
Logical. That's very logical. I mean, it gets to an extent where a woman can't even be able to work because of the cycle, right? But then again, there's always two sides of every
Yeah.
coin, right?
Yeah.
Look,
And-
okay, picture this. I'm a boss, right?
Yeah.
I have my own company. I'm a CEO, right?
Yep.
I have 3 roles open, right? And there's men and women applying for this job. Now, I have 3 women that I know for a fact will be missing
2 days.
2 days.
2 days every
Every
single
month.
month. What makes me want to you know, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it poses that.
Yeah, I
It
get
brings that inequality to it. Because I mean, kazi ni yangu naweza patia mtu nataka.
Yeah, that's right.
But then again, if I'm to choose, am I really gonna choose someone that I know for a fact is gonna be missing? I mean, I know for a fact that's a good.
A good thing, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Because I mean, atakuja job na ashindwe kufanya kazi
Yeah.
man. I've seen it happen. Literally, they'll just have to stay at the weight room or dress room or something, and it's a good initiative.
Yeah.
But of course, everything has two sides.
So that's also logical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
from a
I'm-
business perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that gender balance
Equity,
is
yeah.
imposed to workplaces. Because if it wasn't, then that would not be a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Larry?
Well, just to be honest, you know, in some questions as well, you just choose to, you know, invoke your Fifth Amendment
Yeah.
because you're going to trigger some people, you're going to favor some people,
Yeah, that's right.
and this is one of those questions. you
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
And I'm sure it took a lot of debating before
Exactly.
that was actually put out.
Yeah.
You know, we defend the company based on logical
Arguments, yeah, that's right.
and business perspectives. But I get what you're saying when you say, I need my 2 days off because
Right.
during this time, this person is a liability at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
anything could be a trigger to them.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
It doesn't really apply to everyone.
Right.
For your sake, for example, if I'm not saying you do not get those
No, it's okay.
things, but you see, if she has no pains
Yeah.
and then there's this other person who has severe pains, if you came to me and told me, and then I know you don't have pains,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
if
yeah.
you came to me and told me, I need my 2 days off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know,
It's not
at one
logical.
point I'll be like, hey, we're short staffed,
Yeah.
and then you'll flip out, and then my argument is, I know so and so usually
Yeah.
Right.
is
Yeah.
unable to work, and so while yes, it's a good policy and a very good initiative, again, from my position, I know it will be a challenge for
For the company.
You as a
It's-
recruiter
it's-
as well,
it's-
right?
It's definitely going to. It's definitely going to bring questions.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about it like this: in a month, there's the 21
Yeah.
days of work, right? You're a man. I know I'm guaranteed to get 21 days out of you.
yeah.
If this is passed,
Yeah.
And where's my
you
2
get
days?
you
is
get
there?
you get 19 days, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I,
That's okay.
he has 21. I get 21 days from him. I get 19 days from you.
From you.
As an employer, who am I gonna go for?
Who am I
Definitely.
going to pay more?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, the pay should definitely be the same.
Yeah. I get it.
But you get my point, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Let's.
I mean,
We can't find a way to maneuver around it because if you say, okay, we're giving the ladies 2 extra days, let's give the guys another 2. But for what?
for what?
For what
Yeah.
exactly?
Exactly.
So
So
it's a really really tricky topic.
But
So I
at
guess
the end of the day, it is still a very good initiative.
Very good
exactly. That's
initiative.
what I was about to say.
For those who
Actually,
need it.
it's not like you, as my friends, you're against it. You're just trying to reason from a logical perspective.
Oh no,
you
I'm
know?
for it. I'm
Yeah,
for it. But
exactly.
there has to be some sort of
There are no questions asked, but
exactly.
Yeah.
there-
So
that's
basically,
my,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
my point of contention.
my
bone
opinion
of
about
contention.
it will be like this is coming from a place of consideration. It shouldn't come from a place of obligation where I feel like, oh, so there's a 2 day that I could actually just go even without sina cramping or anything, but I could as well as just go kwa sababu nobody's going to ask me a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it should come from a place of we've been considered as women. They have seen what we go through, so we are not supposed to do it because the company is obligated to give us these 2 days. Yeah, that's what I would say personally. So
And-
as
and
we
that's
come
a
to
good
the
place
end
to
of the
come
show,
from.
I'm gonna give you a chance just to say something in 1 minute, just something about the show, or maybe what you've learned, what you have not learned, what you're like, wow, yeah.
Okay. I will. First of all, I am absolutely shocked at the fact that spams have to stay 3 days. That's
I
just so
know.
unnecessary, man. What is the point?
Give me a break.
Give me a break, guys. Hush. It took me
Move, your brothers are waiting.
took me a minute to get you in there. I mean, what are you doing there 3 days?
Kwani ulikuwa unataka aende wapi?
I
Where do you
know.
think they were going
I'm so
to?
glad you didn't get what I was saying. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's always good to have conversations like this because
Okay.
it brings that know-how
Yeah.
to see get to go like okay, so it's that time of the month. Avoid
Yeah.
her. Walk on eggshells. I mean, if I know what's happening with you, I know what's going on in your body, and I understand how you feel and what you need. I know how to treat you. I know how that I should get that. Any heat pad.
Yeah.
I don't have the heat pad, so I improvise.
you
Na
know.
baingi niko na chupa fulani ya chuma.
Yeah.
I boil water. Another problem with that is I have to keep boiling water every time.
Wow.
And you know,
Yeah, it's just too small heated water
yeah,
bottle.
Yeah.
small heated, and then she just puts it in there with chocolates. You need to love. You see love bombing today.
See, love bombing. Love bombing is a very bad thing.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay.
I mean, you do that.
Yeah,
It's the care package basically. Men should learn more about it. I mean, mostly if you have women in your life, you're a logical person, but sometimes they don't need solutions. They just need you to be there.
Just be there.
Makes sense. Huh?
Yeah, makes
Mm.
sense. Lowy.
This guy is like,
Yeah.
so profound with his speeches. He's so elaborate.
No,
It's
he's
like
just
I'm
been around
seated-
women a lot.
Is-
Apart from the sisters.
What do you
No,
mean?
okay.
What are you?
Well, it's good. It's
Cut
good.
this part. Cut that part, please.
Well,
I do love his opinions.
Yeah.
I love how just articulate he is about the topic. How
Yeah.
much he actually wants to know.
mm-hmm.
Personally, from the show, I have learned things. I don't think I'd ever have had a discussion about
Yeah.
and it's eye-opening to like just get perspective of your perspective, understand what you guys go through.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it. I have two sisters. I have had girlfriends. I have friends, and everyone tells you something when they're going through it,
Yeah, that's right.
and you get to understand like different perspectives. Now I know what Joel thinks. I know what guys behind the camera think, and I have had an enlightenment,
Yeah.
so
Right.
to say.
Right.
And care package. The care package is actually something I could probably.
It is
look into.
everything.
I could probably look into.
Yeah.
It fixes
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Trust me. Care package.
Inafix mambo. Yeah, but over and above, it's just been a great conversation. Had a really lovely time. It's been fun. You guys probably will see the serious parts, but
Yeah. Nice, me
yeah,
fun.
it's been a great conversation, and thank you really.
Yeah.
I actually thought nakuja hapa kuongea kuhusu ball,
Yeah.
God.
But
and
a good
especially
drop the
Sele
ball.
nilisikia niko na Lara. I knew.
Wachana na ball.
And then unapiga tu bombshell last minute.
You guys have been interesting. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for coming to the show. I'm
thank you,
surprised
thank
on
you.
how much you know, by the way, because when you see your friends and you give that vibes, and I'm like, wow, you guys are actually gents, and I
Yeah, you
like
called
that.
guys with glasses.
Guys with
Hapo
glasses.
ndio ilikuwa makosa
Hapo ndo
yako.
nikosea.
Hapo ndio ilikuwa makosa
Yeah,
yako.
so I really, really thank you for being here, and we've learned a lot, even me myself. I wouldn't say much. I've been learning through the process as well, and everything we've shared on this podcast today or in this episode is not from a factual perspective. Okay, most of the things that I've shared,
Our
it's from my opinions, and also from my
Right.
personal experience or from
Right.
the people around me. So yeah, we are hoping that men can have these conversations more often with your sisters, with your friends, not just girlfriends. And yeah, I'm just hoping they'll also take care of me. Yeah.
I'm advocate for men taking care of their female friends. Tafuta mtu jamani,
Yeah.
tafuta mtu.
I will. I
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
Let
can
me
only
not
take
air my
care of you
business
so
on
much.
We can
camera.
only do so much, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode. My name is Haswa once again. Let's meet on the next episode, and bye.